What's up, everybody? This is Fred Richani. We have right here via Zoom a very special guest. He is the first ever Arab American casting director. We are pleased to be joined by Hamzah Saman. He is a man who is a massive influencer on Clubhouse, always dropping a lot of gems. He is the founder of Arab American Casting, and he has worked on so many different productions, from Eternals to Argo. The list goes on, and we're going to hear about all of that and more. Hamzah, as they say in Lebanon, ahla wa sahla habibi. Thank you so much for the time. How's everything going?
I'm good, Habibi. How are you, bro?
Doing all right, man. Some people that may not be familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about Arab American Casting and what you're currently working on?
Oh yeah, I have a Arab American Casting thingy right here, sticker, and it has my name in the bottom because business cards don't make it too long. A sticker just sticks anywhere. Arab American Casting was founded in November 2011 by me and Joey Nabel. He's the Oscar winner. No, his film won an Oscar, just to make sure I'm saying that right. In 2007, West Bank Story. And he was amazing. So him and I, we started together, and now he does his own thing, but he's still the founder. He actually just opened a new website for free for everybody that does voiceover. You saw my resume with voiceover. It's all through him, called adrlanguages.com. So definitely you join because you got the mic too. You got everything going on. He just refer people to jobs, and I started Arab American Casting. I was on a set of Argo when the idea kind of clicked, there's nothing for us because they're on Argo. As I was working, people asking me for referral. Even after the shoot, I started actually working with the casting people. A few months after. So I thought about it. I didn't thought about the idea of the open casting company at Argo, but I thought about the unity. It doesn't exist, and because we all have something in common, we all want to get cast in movies, so I thought maybe the Arab American people or the Arab people will unite just for that, because the politics at that time was really crazy. Even the Arab American at that time was just non-existent, honestly. I work on Argo, and then I met a friend of mine. His name is Fred Toma, and he introduced me to Joey, and we went to work at the Oscar winner director. His name is Ari something. Anyway, but he was a director of West Bank Story 2007. So I met Joey there, and he told me, Fred, that Joey does voiceover referral, and I should tell him I speak Arabic so he can help me out. So I just kind of I told him, whatever. I work with that show on that set is called Gaddafi Goes Hollywood on YouTube with what's his name, Maz Jabrani. So we definitely watch that. It's so funny. So that's how I started the idea of Arabic American Casting. I went home. I'm like, okay, so this guy, Arabic guy, I met at the Argo, and he referred me to another Arabic guy who, I worked the first time ever to see an Oscar winner people in front of me, and I work with them, you know what I mean? And I work with big time, freaking comedian Maz Jabrani. So I was all this because of the Arabic guy referring me. So I'm I just went on Facebook and opened United Arab American Actors. So you call it UAA or something like that. It was a really funny initial. So I started that way, and Joey called me, and he was very excited. The same night, I have 300 people on the group. I never even met 300 people in my life at that time. So 2 months later, I opened the group was thousands of people. The Facebook page had 2,000 something people within a month or two. I remember when I went to 500, I jumped off my seat. I was freaking out. I knew it was I found something that I could just take forever. There's a lot up and down. Since then, there's more up and down, a lot more up than down, which is amazing. But of course, if you want to expect the world, I have a casting company, I should be a millionaire now. That's not going to happen. It's more I love what I do because I'm an actor too. And so Arab American Casting, actually our website crashed about, I think 8 years ago. And it was very devastating for me because I lost everything. And I didn't tell anybody. because like how you fly and they cut your wings.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But and I'm like, I'll just keep flying. So I kept flying. I opened a new website, and a lot of those people was not on the website now, and I couldn't have my data back. The people like kind of like, we can't find your data. Sorry. I'm like, I got like 11,000 members on there all over the world. I've been on TV interview. I've done so much. All these people are gone. I didn't know what to do. With 1 year, I was pretty like down. Like I was just down, But then I'm like, I figured out maybe I'm not really good at website designs. I'm also don't have. I mean, I'm good, but I don't have the, I don't have the energy. I like to do it on my phone. So I started a new website with Wix, and then eventually I got the other website back. So the other website, they became subscribers instead of members. So I'm like, little by little, I've been trying to get those people, like whenever I contact people, like, hey, rejoin or re-update, So, but the new website is back up too and has over 6,000 members within a few years. So with the other one, so I'm really excited that, it wasn't just the website I learned. It was more about me. It's like the product was me, it's not the website. But it took me a long time to understand that, So
Yeah.
here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, for sure. No, I love that. Thank you so much for going in depth on that and everything. Yeah, Out of American Casting, definitely check it all out. And yeah, it's interesting because hey, you're a prominent casting director and you do make yourself very accessible, whereas some casting directors, understandably so, have a bit of a barrier because I'm sure y'all are getting inquiries all the time. But I mean, you're out in the open, you're always on Clubhouse, you're always on IG Live, you're always interacting with different people, super accessible on Facebook. I'm assuming that's by design, right? To even if you can't necessarily cast somebody, you could steer them in the right direction.
Yeah, I started this way. I mean, I started on Facebook with Facebook groups. The two major one I have is Arab American Casting and filmmaking. And right now I'm at an IG Live called Filmmaking. So I started when I started Arab American Casting, I had another side where I want to have fun, kind of post anything about filmmaking. So that's what I started. So it's not for me, it's just it's the easier way because a lot of people I don't charge for consulting. I don't have a workshop, but I know I'm a great in a way in doing these things for people meet online without charging. But at the same time, I'm learning as to become a casting director too. So even though I am a casting director, but just I'm still learning to become more better. So when I do become better, and I know what I'm talking about, and people wants to actually invest, in my time, then I will have, a legit form for people to fill out before I work with me. I'm also I've been training myself to learn photography. That way, when I because I love photography, but I'm I don't know, I just love taking pictures of people too. I don't take pictures of actor because of conflicts, but I also take pictures of actor for free. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do with my time to better to better myself and the people. But the thing is, my people are Middle Eastern actors. My website called MiddleEasternActors.com, Arab American Casting, and ArabActors.com. So those things I need to focus on, and that's the reason. That's why I invested in photography equipment, and I invested my time learning about casting online, and even I'm in casting workshops or online, also with people with the CSA all the time in the Zoom meeting, trying to learn whatever I can get, because what I'm trying to do is just I understand the position I'm in is unique and it's beautiful. So I need to kind of give back, because those people, so when I give back to those people, it's going to come back to me. So I give a really good headshot to people who cannot afford it. It's going to look really good on me and my website. So I need to do that. But the thing is, what I was trying to say is I can't do it just for one person, because if I do it for one person, I should get paid before my time, and I don't charge right now. You know what I mean? So I want to do, I want to have 6-7 people at a time to take photos of. You know what I mean? I don't want to go, Hamzah, can you please come and take pictures of me by myself here? I stopped answering those people because they know I don't charge, and it's not fair to think you're the only one at Arab American Casting. It's not an agency, so we're the managers. Technically, I shouldn't care about you, but I do. Because I see it differently. I see oh, this is the first things never happened before. And, I don't have to follow other casting directors, ways. I just want to do it right. As a CSA casting director, member of the Casting Society of America, obviously I've done it right the past 13 years. I haven't, because they investigate everything and they will every second, just to make sure when I carry their name, I'm carrying it, with honesty, I've been doing that since 13 years ago. I started, I'm gonna become CSA casting director, and I did. It took me a long time. I still can't believe it, but I did, and I can't believe there's no Arabic people. I mean, there isn't, obviously, because that's why I did it. But now you're looking at it like, what? There's nobody here. But there is a less than 1,000 member in the CSA worldwide. So I have to give back for me to grow. And I need to find, this is the problem I'm in now, because I do clubhouses, and in my clubhouse, I mean, they got so popular, not because I'm popular or the topic is popular, because I pushed it so hard. Like I pushed it so hard, I've lost so much time. And I like, in the way I knew I was investing time, but it is also lost time. Everybody walks in the room. My thing is that I wanted to tell them what my grandma think of them. And my grandma think that she loves them. And my grandma is Arabic person, she went to Hajj a long time, but she didn't really care about all of that. She's just a human being. She told me like, there's nothing in life. I'm like, what? There's literally, she's like, nothing. There's nothing in there. Like it's empty. Like, well, thank you for saying that. I'm still trying to figure out what she's trying to mean. But so there, there is no like, when people come to our room, Arabian Nights or Hollywood Chit Chat or diversity in Hollywood, we did that amazingly. Or craft of act casting with Rose Rosen. When people come to the room, like the first thing they know now, and that's something that I carry to my life, that when I'm in the room, they're welcome in the room. Doesn't matter if they were gay, straight, black, white, whatever, aliens, cat, dogs. I will bring him up and I will treat them the same. And I've done that. I actually gave a cat and a dog, two cats and one dog, an avatar of Arabian Night Hollywood Chit Chat and Diversity in Hollywood. I'm not kidding. They're up there. And people ask me, they text me, my team is like, this is a cat. Her name is Sandy the cat. She comes out like as a cat on Clubhouse. She's in with her face. So I would put a cat face, and then everybody, oh, can I have my cat? She's diverse too. She needs to be included. I got my cat running around now. So the point is that when my Joey actually told me when I first had my kid, he said, you will give your kid whatever you didn't have. I'm like, okay, great. He's going to have everything, right? But that's what Arab American casting, and when I say Arab American casting, is everybody, all the actors in the world, what I didn't have, I want to give them. When they come up to the room, when people see me in the room in the beginning, oh, Hamzah, hell no. That person shouldn't be here. No Hamzah, no Ahmed, no Muhammad. Just such an offensive names that we carry to people that breaks my heart. Like, I'm not going to go change my name because my name offends you. And it's sad because it does offend a lot of people. And I'm not going to sit there and say it doesn't. So my name and my culture was very important to me to tell people that if I know that I could offend you, it's fine. I stay away from your life, excuse my language. But I know that we're good people and you'll enjoy being around us. And Arabian Night, thanks to Samar and Kareem and many people, Samar, Kareem, and Merli, Tanaya, Jerry. I forget a lot of people, but Amin, all these people started and, with me, I mean, oh yeah, the guys of music, Ron, I mean, everybody, Raymond, Juan, all these people come in, of course, Mireille, because she's probably watching, she's raising her hands, like, what the hell? But all these beautiful people, Lily, and all this, I want to name them, but I'm not really good at names. So all you thank you very much. So we have Arabian Night, for example, like we don't have a lot of people coming in, but we start opening Arabian. So we open Arabian Night to try it a few different ways. So like, let's try Hollywood Chit Chat, because that's what's going on in Arabian Night. We're talking about Hollywood crap, and it blew up. So I'm like, I didn't want to go back to Hollywood Chit Chat for that, because I'm like, it's my time too. I mean, I want to do Arabian Nights. You like her or not? Arabian Night and the Casting Director Club. I'm not gonna just, listen. I showed the world in a way on Clubhouse that if I want to do your shows, I can do it. I can do it. There's no problem. I can make 80 people. But there is a need for my Arabian night name, for my name and your name, Fred, Hamzah, and all these Ahmad, and all these crazy names out there. They need to be like out there with your name, because there are good people too. That there are bad Hamzah out there. There are bad Muhammad out there, I'm sure. But they're my cousins with name Osama was really good guy. He died in COVID. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you know, like when that night when Osama happened right now, I'm like, my cousin's name Osama. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know, like what the hell? That's not, you know. So I it's very important to me when you come up and talk to us about acting and knowing that we Arab people, we're just normal, just like anyone else. We hate and we love, you know, of course, you know, it's like anyone else. So you're just gonna have to come and friend us and see what you like. You know?
I love that, man, and that's so true. And like, and I love that you're one of your avatars on Clubhouse is diversity in Hollywood, and you preach what I love about, you know, all the talks that you have with the different casting directors. You're all from different backgrounds and everything else, and it just shows that everybody can get along and everything, and it cuts through all like the BS and everything else. And it is kind of sad in a way that we still have to take steps to quote unquote humanize, you know, Arabs, or in this case, Arab American actors, when in reality, we're just, you know, we're just people like everybody else. But kudos to you for, you know, putting yourself out there, putting other people out there. I think a lot of times too, and I've interviewed a lot of LGBTQ actors as well, and they've told me a lot of times it's just fear, right? It's just fear, it's just BS they see in media or social media, and sometimes they're just not exposed to different cultures and different backgrounds. So it's great that you're doing that. So much respect to you for everything you do. I got to ask you though, as a father and as a casting director and photographer and actor yourself, among many other job titles, how the heck do you balance everything?
Well, it's hard. I have family, you know, obviously, a mother to support back home, you know. So if I don't work, I don't make money, you know. So so I, you know, you work hard. Hopefully that it catch on sometime, you know. So if it catch on, you know. I mean, I know for sure. I'm confident. If I get a feature film, because I did 3 times during the pandemic, I think 4 times, but one of them was already before the pandemic. 3 feature film. And I cast them beautifully. The people were just they left a review on my Google. One of the movies right now called Jacir is just everyday article from every single corner of the country. It's like I'm just hoping it's to start going up there like this, and you know. And it's just a great movie, a great story about, you know, Black person, white person, Arab American, and a Syrian refugee all together, you know. So imagine all together as a family in a way, all meeting for the first time. So it's called Jacir. I mean, it's on my Facebook, Instagram, all over. So to answer your question, I mean, I make it even tougher for me to work. So like I do everything by hand on Arab American casting at releaseandactors.com. I have at least 1,000 people waiting or more to get their pictures up. And I put one pictures up and then I wait, you know, because I don't want to just keep putting them up. And then it's a lot of work. You gotta like design it and fix it up. And I made it that way, you know, because people gotta see the love from the, if you're selling shawarma, like, you know, you gotta smell it. You can't just walk by and get a sandwich, you know, like they gotta put some kind of baharat in there and garlic.
But they get shimmerich, you know, before you, you know,
yeah. But people can see when I post something, they gotta, you know, I don't care how much likes they get. I posted something yesterday. I think it's the best post I've posted in my life, honestly, because it's from Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he goes like, if you're not, he just came out with it. He was just talking, you know, about Carl Hagen and you know how he met him, and then he just came out with what he said. I'm like, just like insane topic. I mean, insane quote. And I posted, and it took me like about an hour to design it. Got like nobody likes it. Nobody. I'm like, I don't care, because that's what I stand for. I want that voice to remind me, if I'm not making a difference in someone else's life, it's the wrong business. And it's very important because sometimes we don't get enough money, and you don't get enough money too. And we don't, not only that, they walk away, they get their film, they're like, you know, they look at us as like a bus service or some crafty service. The crafty service, they love them because they give them food. So look at us as a bus service or like so some people have no respect for casting. And I can smell it from far away by their way they email me. Hi, I'm just looking for the lead actor. I got on the phone with those people meeting, right? And like Zoom, everything and blah, blah, blah. And then the last thing she said is deferred payment. My head went shaking. I said like, why you just told me in the beginning, because I had to take time off to talk to you as a professional. I didn't tell her that in my head. As a casting director, I take interviews, jobs very seriously because they're very tough to get now for me than before. And especially so I have to say no to some of them because their standards as a CSA casting director I can't stand. Like, you're not paying, deferred payment, disrespect for the casting before you even get there. So I looked at it like this. I'm like, she wants deferred payment. She wants the lead actor. She's sweating for it. She can't find it, of course. And I've seen a lot of that in the pandemic happening. A lot of people like, listen, we can't afford casting. We're gonna give you credit. And it happened to big shows on Netflix right now. And I've done it for free. It's on Netflix. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And I'm not going to say which show, of course, because it's horrible. But, and after that, no problem. And sometimes I don't care because the people get paid sometime. And I'm like, it's okay. Like I've done one of the, I hope that thing doesn't fall off. One of the show, I've done it just last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe or so. There was a short film, the really good short film, big famous actors. And I looked at the email and then, okay, so are you guys paying? And like, yeah, we have a casting director. So I look at the casting director. She's sweating it. She's like looking for the lead actresses. I'm like, okay, I can help you out. No problem. Because they were straightforward with me. I didn't ask for any credit, nothing like that. I just gave them straight the name, one person's name. Because I know what I'm doing. I know who to cast. And I've done it many times, with Jacir too. I give them one person's name. And almost 1 year of casting went back to the same person, the first person I give them. With that one, what's so cool about it is that person from Clubhouse that I had to cast, she was working so hard around to help me out. You know what I mean? And then I just gave her a name because I know she would be great as an actress. She had to go through audition. And she went through auditions and she won. And she came to LA and met me. And I'm looking at this like, this is a gift from God. Like, it's something you can't like give, like here's like somebody helping you out throughout pandemic and you want to show them because they're actors, you want to show gratitude to them, just give them something, I can't just offer, I can't guarantee you that I ever would cast you. I'm hoping that I can. That's the whole website is all about. Is like, I hope I can cast you one day. Just put your information here, just your first name and email. That's it. Your picture. But yeah, I talked too much. Sorry about that.
No, not at all, man. I really appreciate the insight. I really appreciate your time. You've been very gracious. I know we're a little bit over a lot of time. Do you have like a quick minute for some rapid fire questions?
Well, absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Favorite late night snack or cheat meal?
White Castle from the freezer.
Yeah.
So I get him, I put him in the microwave, and then I take him out and stick him in the oven for a little bit, and done.
All right. Favorite Lebanese dish?
Oh, favorite Lebanese dish. Oh, I like anything, but like food or dessert.
Yeah, like any. Yeah, you give mjadra, mluhiyi. Like, is there a shawarma? Like, what's like if you're coming home, what's at the top of your list?
That's all. I can't mention them because then I cry. The restaurant is far from here. That makes so. But no, I mentioned something called feta. My mom makes so good in Lebanon. So you know what it is?
Feta.
Feta. So it's like yellow. It's all yellow, and it's like it has a lot of turmeric or turmeric maybe. But the thing is, like, they take about 10 hours to make it with rice. About 10 hours to make. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah. Sounds delicious, though.
Yeah.
What's your favorite spot in Lebanon? Is there, could be a nightclub, could be Gita, could be like something like a national landmark. What's your go-to place when you're in Lebanon? Is there one place where, like, man, I got to visit every time I'm here?
Well, I'm from Beirut, so I'm not far away from the Roche. So when I go to Lebanon, there's like in Raush Sakhra, like there's a rock, two rock next to each other's. So I grew up there. So we swim, and my brother actually jumped the thing because he's not, and he swims the whole thing. I'm like, I was just on the edge of the other side the whole time, and that was deep. But I grew up there. I'm one of the fishes, So whenever I go there, and I know when I look at it, behind you is like Kirsty behind you, like on the all like two different type of problem. First, when I was younger, I used to look at the Sahra as a young kid. And imagine it was a different time because you just see it's like a different time, like a Phoenician time. And you look one behind you is the war zone. When I went back to Lebanon, I look at the Sahra, I look behind you, there's $1 billion building behind you. I'm not kidding. It's like, whoa, I don't know which one is worse. Well, I like the building behind me. It's beautiful buildings in Lebanon now. Yeah.
Definitely. What's your favorite Arab saying? Is there one? There's like some Arab sayings that like our parents or grandparents always have. That's just like something funny that maybe doesn't make sense in English, but makes total sense in Arabic in a weird way.
I said Buzak.
Can you try to translate that for anybody?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's a nice word, but it means shut up. Close your mouth. Said Buzak. Like I think Buzak is like right here somewhere.
Yeah.
My friend just posted recently, just right now. She posted how a Lebanese family used to take us to sleep, and they used to sing for us. Yallat nam, yallat nam. We're gonna cut the bird for you so you can go to sleep. We're gonna kill the bird for you. We're gonna cut the head of the bird. I'm like, what the hell? That was a lot of Bob, whatever you call it. That's scary. There's a lot of, but there's a lot of great Lebanese word that we say. I don't think they say it anymore. But Sid Buzak, I love it because it was in our film. Like one movie called the short movie I did, first movie, it's called Beirut Hide and Seek. And the lead actress is, she said it, it's so funny, it stick in my head. I'm like, that's so Lebanese,
You want to know what saying my dad says? Like when I was growing up or whatever and getting taller, he'd be like, "Yeah, sorry, cut the jash." So it's like for them, I don't know, like translate to as big as a pig. I'm like, Dad, but it's just something like his side of the family says, like, "Yeah, so got the jash." I was like, all right, cool. I guess that's
fine, man.
I guess that's a compliment. I'll roll with it. Awesome. We'll get you on a high note. What's the best piece of advice you could give for success?
Never give up is a thing is given, but it's really like honoring and the people and in your life. Just give them credit and just see what they do. Not like, call and check up on people and like their posts. The people that work with you, like just honor them and see what they like. It's never about money. It's mostly about credit. If somebody like as a casting director, right? We don't get. Sometimes we forget. Like we do a lot of referral. We forget what movie works on. A couple of movies I worked on, I literally forgot I worked on because it was just referral, and all I see like casting association credit. Where'd that come from? Oh yeah, I work with that person. So something like honestly, it opens my heart up. I'm like, it's just a little thing. Or like one time, actually, my friend, his name is Anwar. He's a great director here in America, Arab American director. When I opened Arab American casting, I had talked to a lot of people, referred a lot of people back and forth, especially the first 5 years, and they make any money, obviously. All of a sudden, I was referred, looking at my IMDb, and I saw a thanks credit. Never seen that before. I clicked on it, and it was thanks from Anwar. So I called him like, hey, or texted him at that time. That's in the beginning of my career as casting director. Hey, thank you for giving me this, but I never worked on this. So like, well, I called you and you helped me out over the phone. I really appreciate it. No one ever did that before. And no one did that after.
Wow.
So it's in a way, it's like just that. If you do this, people will just that small thing. You don't have to buy somebody a sandwich or anything like this. Like somebody commented on your post, just give them a credit, comment back on their post or something like that. Something small, just credit the people in your life, man. And even sometimes I'm not gonna over credit, but let's push it a little bit, Okay, like I got a casting association for a credit a couple times, barely did any casting, just referral. But I changed the course of that movie. I give them the really good actors. Nothing against actor access and all this big stuff. But if somebody's looking for Middle Eastern actor and Arab actors, why should you go there? I would go there all the time. I stopped. I stopped casting there. Why? I posted on my website. I get everybody there. Unless if the director wants me to go there, then I'll go there. Otherwise, I'm not gonna go there. I'm setting up a point. My point is, why should I go there? There's no market for me. Everybody there wants to act, and they submit. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry, but Jose, you don't fit for Ahmed. But at the same time, I think for crediting the people, and if you start something, you love something. I love casting. Like I wake up every morning, I just love. I don't know what it is casting all about. Still, I don't know exactly what it is. But I love what I do. I love. I mean, look at like one of the happy story. If you want to see it, like of what I've done, just one that you can see in your eye right now and constantly is Jacir. The guy came in from Lebanon. We had an audition, and first of all I met Malik. He came to LA. I met him in person, and then he was like a kid, like 10 years ago. And then the casting come out. He came out again. We became really good friends, and then whenever he comes out, we'll meet for coffee, whatever. And then the casting came in. I looked at him like, that's just Malik, because he's a great actor. He's also a writer. He's like, his book is on YouTube, on Amazon, one of the top books, and a musician, very well educated, young kid, and also he's European citizenship. So I can actually get him here to audition. It'll be easier. So when the audition come in, I said, the role come in, my job was so simple at that time. I would have like lost the whole feature film, because I referred the guy instantly. And I've done that before. Instantly, like, Malik will be really good at it. And then like, no, we have to go through all the casting. Of course. We sat there, we go through the casting. And then Wahid, the director, he came to LA. I remember he paid thousands of dollars to come to the airplane. And then about like what, $500 to rent a room of casting, to get people in. And I had a great time. I mean, if I have some footages, but it was a different time at that time to take like a lot of reels. I was taking pictures and reels, but we had a great time. And then, of course, my friend Michel Joaquin, he was one of my casting associates, and he was great too. I mean, we had a great time. And then after we were done, we saw great actors. One of the best Arab actors came in the world. I have him on my website that a lot of them joined. At the end of the day, it was him. It was literally Malik. So when a year within the casting, we cast Malik. Two big problems. We only cast Malik. We cast 3 people, and we have option to cast them either from Los Angeles or from Memphis or from New York or from Canada or from anywhere in the world but Lebanon. Don't mess it up. But I'm like, I know as a casting director for Arab World, I have to get people to work here. Bring them to America. I have to, because if I can do it if they can get cast, and if I do that, it will change my casting career, because it'll open up the whole different world, and open up more actors that can act. So, but the problem is money. A lot of the filmmakers don't want to pay, and they don't have money, and when they start, they have no money. He came from Lebanon. He shot his movie. He's been here for about 5 years now, 4 years. He's recently found a beautiful fiance. He took her back to Lebanon, made a nice little party, came back here. Now he's touring with his movie, Jacir. That's my dream. It could be his dream too, but that's my dream too. I want more. So that's happening because it's great actors out there. So
I love that, man. Changing lives, making a positive impact. We see right there, out of American casting. Hamzah, thank you so much for your time, man. Much appreciated.
Habib, thank you very much.